I started this channel in January 2023 with the goal of getting 1,000 subs and 10k views in 1 year. I ended that year with 3,000 subs and 2 million views. Does that make me the next Mr. Beast? No, but given the news, I'm okay with that. But if you're a small channel or you're thinking of starting one, then maybe what I learned will be helpful for you. This video has the big points, but if you want everything, there's a blog post linked in the description below with all the little things. On with the show. Start sooner rather than later. Anytime you watch a YouTube tips video, you're gonna hear about this debate of quantity versus quality. This is my take on it. Start with quantity. Make a bunch of videos as fast as you can at first, and only for a little while. Why? Because by doing that, you're gonna figure out really quick what quality is. When you first start, you have no context, no feedback from the audience to really guide your actions. You're really only gonna have your gut intuition, which is helpful, but it doesn't make it sustainable. The sooner you start making videos, and a few of them, the sooner you're gonna realize how to make a quality video for the audience you're going after. Then you can take your time, and the next video and the video after that are gonna be bangers. Speaking of audience, start with the audience, not the content. If you want to start a YouTube channel, then you probably have an idea of the videos you want to make. That's fantastic. But before you start, I just want you to think about the type of people who you want to be watching those videos and try and be specific about it. Because see, I thought I was being specific by targeting people who like movies. As it turns out, that's pretty broad. My videos were attracting people who were interested in different franchises, different fandoms, everything ranging from Godzilla to One Piece to Scott Pilgrim. And you might be thinking, well, shouldn't I be trying to attract a wider audience? Again, I thought so too, but when I made those videos on those specific fandoms, people from those specific places would come. They'd look at the rest of my channel and be like, this isn't for me. If I could do it all over again, I probably would have refocused on one of the types of videos that took off, probably Godzilla. By doing that, I think my channel would have had a smaller but more loyal audience, which I can then grow into something a bit broader later. But alas, we live and learn. If that sounds vague though, well, how about this? Compose a video recipe. This goes hand in hand with nailing down your specific audience. Think about when you're watching a TV show or a podcast. You generally know what you're gonna get between each episode. A textbook example of this done right is the man himself, Mr. Beast. When I say Mr. Beast video, you're probably thinking huge prizes, philanthropy, obnoxious edits. Yeah, again, I don't want you to copy Mr. Beast exactly for several reasons, but I think you get what I'm trying to say here. And you do that by forming a video recipe. Pick your ingredients, the length of the video, the music, the topics. Whatever these ingredients are, it's up to you. You know, you're the one who wants to make it. What I do suggest though is just try and be consistent between videos or episodes. Although regarding consistency, that does have one important caveat. Experiment, but not too much. You might be wondering, well, how do I form my video recipe, you dingus? Well, this is where you get to start making videos. You don't need to be consistent right out of the gate. Give yourself some freedom, have some fun, experiment, and if necessary, pivot to something different entirely. Maybe you want to create an AI Tools for Noobs channel where every video is 5 minutes long and goes over a brand new AI tool. But then you realize that most of these tools are ChatGPT skins anyway, so what's the point? Maybe you could pivot into longer videos that cover the development of all the various AI models. Or maybe you see that AI is a very competitive topic, whereas ranking your favorite lollipops is not. This is the kind of discovery that you can only make once you've started this video channel creation process, and only you can decide what to do with it once you have it. Again, strike a balance though. If you've built an audience that likes AI content, maybe they won't care about your lollipops. With that being said, another caveat. There is one area where you should experiment as liberally as you can. Community posts rock. I think that community posts are going to be huge for YouTube going forward. They're pushing them more on the homepage, and they're giving creators more tools to make them. They're even experimenting with community spaces, I think they're called, basically turning your channel into a kind of subreddit. Personally, this idea gives me nightmares of moderation and trolling, but we'll see. Browse around and you'll see that there's actually a few ways to use posts to grow your channel. The best that I've found is polls with images. Some of those polls actually got more views than my actual videos. So as you build your channel, look at community posts, see how you can use them to grow. Speaking of reach, SEO, everyone's favorite topic. I hate it, but it's important. Let's get a few things out of the way. YouTube looks at your title and description, looking for keywords that'll help it match your video to potential viewers. There's also tags, which used to be more important, but from what I can tell, they're slowly growing in obsolescence, so don't worry about them as much. But the most underrated way to give the algorithm a better idea of who your video is for is with the transcription and subtitles. I'm not talking about YouTube's automated stuff. There's a few tools you can use. I use one called Descript. It takes care of the transcriptions and subtitles for me. It also has a few AI features like background removal, audio cleanup, and a few other things. Not sponsored, just highly recommended. Well, this is at least the second time I brought up AI in this video, so let's talk about that next. Use AI ethically, wisely, and practically. As of 2024, YouTube wants you to label your videos when it uses AI in it. Actually, I think there's more to that. You better double check their documentation. Whether you think AI will be great or certain doom for the human race, it's here. And I just want to give my own thoughts on it as of August 2024. Like I said earlier, I use Descript's AI features, and I use them to work faster, but I didn't use them to do the work for me. There's tons of videos about how to use ChatGPT to write a script, 11 Labs to record a narration, and InVideo to put together a basic edit of a video for you with minimal effort. I think YouTube automation was the buzzword for that, maybe? And I think that's all fun in theory, except it turns into garbage videos. I think AI can be a useful tool, and I think it can make a good video better. But I have yet to see it make a bad video good. Anyways, rant over, that's how I feel. Use at your own discretion. Back to YouTube. And my final note of the video. Start a podcast. Nope, that is not what I meant. What I meant was, think of it like a podcast. I can't be the only person who's noticed that podcasts, they tend to do all right on YouTube. And I think I figured out why. They have a consistent upload schedule and selection of topics. The format of each episode is usually similar between them all. The best moments can be broken down into shorts and go viral. For small updates or polls, you can just use the community tab instead of making a whole video on it. They tend to be longer and do well in terms of watch time and retention, if you do it right. And they tend to not have advanced editing, or even need it. It just needs to be edited enough to be engaging. I think when I come back to YouTube, I'll do something similar to this, and frankly, I wish I thought of it sooner, because I think it wraps up everything that I've noticed into a nice ball. It gives you a basic video recipe that you know will generally work, but that's broad enough to where you can mold it to however you like. Again, it doesn't need to be an actual podcast, but just think of it like one. And I am out of note cards. Again, if you want more details, the blog post linked in the description, a bunch of miscellaneous notes that didn't make it into this video, and I really hope that I mentioned some things that can help you out. And I do hope this video is helpful if you're thinking of giving this YouTube thing a go. I already mentioned this in the goodbye video, but I really enjoyed doing this, and if I can help push someone along in making sure that their channel is successful, then I'd like that. Once again, thanks for the memories, YouTube. I look forward to when our paths cross next. Until that next time comes, take care.